The 580 Show. Let's go. The 580 Show. Let's go. The 580 Show.
All right, everyone. Episode 129 of the 580 Show. Myself, Dante Petrella, and I'm not even going to bury the lead today. Joining us, all the Fliniots, Flintstones. If you've been listening to the 580 Show for a long time, he's back.
Since day one.
Round of applause. Day one. Mr. Rylie Flynn, welcome back to the show, buddy.
What's up, boys?
You feel good to be back? You feel nervous? What's it like being under the bright lights again?
I do feel nervous. It's been a long time.
Yeah, but if you've been following along for, I mean, I don't know how many people have been listening for 129 episodes, but Rylie was the original co-host of the show and retired himself for Frawley, but Frawley couldn't make it tonight, so good time for Rylie to step in. But
I let you have someone that was much smarter than me. So
I think I still think you're the best co-host of this show ever, but I respect your
appreciate that.
But so this week we're just gonna talk about USS Nats real quick. It's come and gone. We're filming this on Saturday night. We had Tracy and Jerry both from the gym compete. It was Tracy's second ever strongman comp, so she did a great job being nationals and everything. And Jerry, huge congratulations to him.
Congrats, Jerry.
I know he worked so hard. So I'm super pumped for him. This is the biggest. Yeah, Riley, if you're watching on YouTube, he's got the Jerry shirt on for him. But if this is Jerry's because he's a Masters 50 plus 220. So like, not necessarily the most represented class. But I think he had like well under the double digit guys in his class, which was really cool. To have that type of participation, and he podiumed at nationals, third place. Super, super awesome. I'm super proud of him. And
can we talk about that time that I beat him in a strongman comp?
Yeah, you did. He's not gonna like that one.
So by proxy, I'm
if you were 50 and under 220, which you're not,
I could be
Jerry. I was following along Jerry.
Nationals level strongman competitor.
He came in the first event. I think he got like 9th or something. He had 13 guys in his class. It's crazy at USS how many classes they have. I don't know if you guys
I'm scrolling right now trying to find it. There's just so many people. It's hard to find.
All the way at the bottom, but started a little slow. I know he's a little disappointed in his first event. Got 9th, and then kind of clawed his way back throughout all events. Had a really good last event. So huge congratulations to Jerry. Maybe we'll have him on next week. I know we'll be talking in the gym, but if you're from 580 or you follow Jerry on Instagram or anything, be sure to send him a congratulations. And congratulations to everyone that did USS Nationals today. I'm going to talk about it a little bit, but a lot of classes, teens, masters, all the open classes, everything like that. Congratulations to the new national champions in the USS. People that just went and did their best and everything like that. So congratulations to everyone. We had a bunch of friends that did it. Sean Fuller, who we hang out with, talk with, he's been down to the gym a bunch of times. He won the 308 class. So that's cool. Another national champion that we know. But yeah, just congratulations to everyone. Dante, did you get to watch a lot of it?
I really didn't. I fell asleep at the training outside, to be honest, so I didn't really get a chance to watch it.
I watched almost the whole thing, especially the PM session.
How was the live stream?
It was really good. I thought the live stream was I mean, for a free live stream.
It was just on YouTube, correct?
Yeah, it was on YouTube. Do you remember the name of the company? Because I want to give them kind of props. Valor.
No, I can look it up though.
Valor Fitness, something like that.
Let me look it up. You can keep talking. I'll chirp.
Yeah, but I mean, I want to be honest and critical and but fair. I wasn't there, obviously, so I'll be curious to kind of hear over the next couple of days how everything ran. I think it's super impressive to run 2 sessions with
Valor. Valor and Venom. It looks like
Valor and Venom,
possibly.
Okay, so You're not sure? How are you not sure? I'm
I found a
curious. Okay.
preview for it.
Okay.
Just keep talking. Just keep talking. Let me
Okay.
cook. Let
I
me
I
cook. Let me
was.
cook. Let me cook.
Tell me when you've cooked. You
Okay.
can interrupt when you've cooked. But so I kind of lost my train of thought because you made a stupid comment, but oh, it's just like the old days. But for a free live stream, this company did a fantastic job. I think USS Nationals to get because I think it is the biggest show as far as participation in the world. I might be wrong, but I don't know another show that has this many people that compete at it. Because I know they had over 600 signed up, definitely well over 500 actually showed up and competed. So, an AM session to go from like 9 to, early afternoon, and then the PM session to be done, in like 5 hours. I think that's really impressive. And the way they did it, they had 2 lanes per screen. So like 1 and 2, 3 and 4, etc., across 4 screens. So you could kind of watch the whole time. There were no names on it, so that kind of stunk. But overall, the live stream especially for a free live stream, I give it a B plus. They had commentators the whole time. It was on YouTube. I saw there was like almost 1,000 people watching, which was cool. So
It is Valor and Venom.
Valor
Confirmed.
and Venom, great job, man. Good
Are
thing
you
we,
sure?
yeah.
Yes, I'm positive. I would share the screen right now, but I don't. Host doesn't share privileges, so
But
just you have to trust me on this one, boys. It is Valor and Venom.
But overall, just with the show, oh, you know what else? You know who else won today? I want to give her a shout out, Jamie Schmama. I don't know how to say her last name actually. I call her
I think
Schmama.
it's Shama.
Jamie Shama.
I think
Dude,
so.
what a run she's been on. Like, okay. So she's just someone we met through mutual friends in Strongman. And our first time meeting her, she wins. She's a masters by age, and she won Strongman Corp Nationals. Okay. And then won Masters Strongman Corp Nationals, and then made the finals at the Arnold Open, made the finals for Women Open, and then comes back today and wins USS Masters Women.
I think
And she didn't even do it a weight class today. She did open weight.
yeah.
And she usually competes in the 180s. So, man, what a tear. Like that resume, that's in less than a year. Strongman Corp Open National Championship, Masters Strongman Corp Finals at the Arnold Open, and Masters USS National Champion. So I wrote that down. I wanted to shout out Jamie because that's really, really cool. And I feel like no one knows, no one, like, like she's not like a popular figure in Strongman or anything. So that's really, really cool. Just want to give her some props.
Yeah, still be competing against just open athletes as a Masters is impressive no matter what.
So crazy. Like I'm 30 now, almost 29. And I feel like I'm like an old man. Like I can't imagine doing this like competitively into my opens in the 40s. Hopefully I do, but that's so cool. Like that people do that.
You know what they say, you don't really peak until your mid to late 30s. So
we'll see.
I think it's honestly almost more impressive sometimes to be able to still be doing it at that age and not to have injured yourself to the point that you have to retire. Your body's still up to it and you're still competing at that level. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's super cool. So shout out to Jamie. But getting into the events for USS Nationals, like I think the way the show looked good, ran really fast. Like I mentioned, I hated the events. Like I hated the event choice this year. I was supposed to go to USS Nationals, tweaked my back, got lucky that it wasn't anything too serious, but I knew it was the right decision. 3 weeks out, one of my last deadlift sessions, tweaked my back pretty decent enough to not do anything heavy for the last almost month now, I guess, and been kind of having to rehab it. So, but the events this year, I was just not a fan of. Like the lever deadlift, just wish that wasn't even in strongman at all. Just the way it looks, the way my thing is like with that in the sandbag, and I'll get into all the events, but I don't think it's great to have like an event that everyone's separated by like 1 second. 2 seconds, 3 seconds. And obviously, I don't mean literally everyone, but a huge majority of it, because I just think when we get into strongman, especially like we're all amateurs, like the judging is going to be, you're going to have a little bit of human error. Like, Riley, we've judged shows together before. Like, you and I can both time Dante do a strongman event, and we can sit there and time them 3 times, 3 runs, and our times are going to be different all 3 times. So, like, if you're the guy that loses by a tenth of a second on and multiple points, it's like, man, that could have just been that judge having a delayed reaction on that clicker or not, or being too fast on the start. So I just don't like events on that, like that lever deadlift, where it's like, everyone finished in a certain class, and it's like everyone finished between 14 and 17 seconds, like 80% of class. I mean, you guys get the point, but
I watched Jerry do that one, and it was weird because I feel like you have to reattach the handle every time, right?
Yeah.
Like the fact that like your time can be affected just because you didn't reattach the handle properly. Like I feel like that's at that point it's not really like you could be stronger and faster than another person, but you just messed up reattaching an implement. Like that seems kind of a shitty way to lose.
I feel like there's potential in the event, but I just feel like it looked like janky, and I don't know. I just feel like that kind of event has potential.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, for sure. I think yeah.
It just depends how you look at it. The way they presented it to me, it just kind of looked janky, like just wood, just with.
Yeah, and it's like, like, okay, so to Riley's point, I hated that you had to. That was one thing I hate about that event. When we're looking at that event, I hate that you have to attach and reattach it, because it doesn't find the best strong man or woman. Like, you're literally just attaching a carabiner. And if you just are better at catching. Now, on the other side, that was the rules. Like, that was made very well clear for the whole year that USS Nationals has been posted. There's going to be one handle. Like, they didn't change the rules on that. So that was the rules of the event. Everyone knew it. But with that being said, it's Nationals. I'm sure they're making good money off it. I don't know that for sure, but I would think they would be. I think all 8 implements should have had 5 handles on it. Like, they're $13 on Amazon. You can get.
I'm just imagining Jerry in his house just like attaching carabiners to things to practice for it.
Yeah, probably like 400 people doing that, and then they show up and the carabiner is just way different, so it didn't even matter. But yeah, no, for sure. So, and then we look at Axel. I thought Axel was pretty standard. I saw some posts in the strongman world on Instagram that there were a lot of not a lot, but there were torn biceps popping up, which in strongman, unfortunately, it does happen in events. I saw Andrew Clayton make a really good point about like how they taped it. There was no like outside, the markings on the outside, like where a knurling, what's that called? Like the ring on a barbell. People probably know what I'm talking about.
Like the knurling ring.
Yeah. So you don't know where to put your hands. And now again, smooth axle was how it was promoted. And it was said there was going to be a smooth axle. And it looked like they put a hefty amount of tape, for the middle part, so little change there. I don't know how well that was communicated or whatever. Like I said, I'm just seeing what from a spectator from 1,000 miles away, just from the peanut gallery. But the event looked cool. They're inside a convention center that's probably pretty expensive, and they don't want to mess up the floor. So, like, you kind of had to follow it to the ground. And the one thing I really, really like about USS Nationals is that you have the same judge as everyone else in your class. So if we're all 3 in the same class, we all have the same judge. So there was some judging that was really bad. And I'm just being honest, like down calls that were really fast on deadlift and axle, but at least if you see them that person go in your class, like you're going to get that fast down call too, because you have the same judge. So that's the pro to having, just going in one lane.
Yeah, consistency is all that matters. Like that happens in every kind of sport. There's going to be bad officiating, but as long as everybody's getting the same calls.
Yeah, for sure. And judging strongman is hard as hell. Like, it's hard. Yeah. So like, not being critical, but that's like the biggest compliment I have about it. I like that one lane thing a lot. It sucks not going at the same time as your competitors, because like that mental push, but I really like this style. So but yeah, the axle looked fine. I didn't see much to really write home about on that event, just from a spectator. Let's see, what was so we had the lever deadlift, the axle. What was the next event I watched? Oh, the deadlift for reps, the axle deadlift for reps.
Mhm.
Nothing crazy. I didn't see. I saw a couple posts of people that said their lanes were misloaded. That's very unfortunate. That sucks. But yeah.
Don't you get to look at that like when you're walking up, like to see what weight is on it and see
Yeah.
if it's your
What
weight?
now? This is 100% just what I would think happened, and I'm saying this with 100% no knowledge, haven't talked to anyone. What I would think is they probably misloaded it. Like for example, I saw a post from someone that said it was like their lane was supposed to be 650 for reps, and their bar was only 560,
Mhm.
so 90 pounds lighter.
Oh wow.
Yeah, which makes a huge difference. Obviously, like you train so heavy, and it does suck. Like to just train so hard for a comp and then like a little mistake like that because if you're deadlift 650 you're pulling heavy as shit in
Mhm.
training, and then you go up there and then guys that may have zeroed, and if you're getting reps, that's a lot more points you're missing out on because people didn't zero.
Yep.
But what I would think happened, and like I said, this is 100% speculatory, is they probably had like four people go or maybe one person go until they realized, and then they couldn't go back. So they're
Mhm.
like, this whole class now we have to leave at 560. Like, let's make it right. That's the only way you can really make it right is just leave the bar the same, you
Yeah,
Mhm.
know?
you can't have one person get to do that and then switch it back.
Yeah. I did see a post that this is something that needs to change in strongman. And this is not a shot at USS. It's all strongman is more warm up implements for people. Like it is crazy. The opportunity to warm up at shows is so small, and then to not even have like implements, especially just like at a big show, people are paying so much money and working so hard to get there. And like I heard, and this is just another snap, this is an Instagram story from people I follow, that there was only two warm-up deadlift bars for 500 athletes, and that's an axle. Like dude, that's an axle. That thing costs $80 on Titan. Now, I may be completely wrong. I wasn't there. This is 100% just night of USS Nationals. We're talking about it. We podcast about strongman, so we're talking about it.
You hear that every year, that every nationals. Oh, there should be more warm-ups. There should be, but nothing
Yeah,
ever happens, it seems like.
yeah.
I
I
mean, like
thought
this year at Strongman Corp Nationals, we had a little bit more stuff to warm
a
up
little
with than
bit
the
more.
last year, but like still, like
Yeah, and we brought half the stuff. We brought all the sandbags that were in there. So, yeah, no, like I said, that's not a shot by any means at like USS. That's just strongman as a whole. We need to get better. Like the that like the old stuff with people saying like, oh, we don't need to warm up. We're doing a yoke cold. We're doing going into deadlifts cold. Like that's just stupid.
I mean,
Like
dude,
there's already a
powerlifting meets last 6 to 8 hours or whatever. It does, like, we're there to compete. We don't care if it gets done in 2 hours or 6 hours. We're gonna be there regardless.
yeah. I mean, like I think you can really have a great balance. Like you can warm up, you can run a show super efficiently at the same time.
And it doesn't have to be like you have to take 135 to 500 pounds every
Yeah,
single
like I'm
plate.
not
Like,
saying that. But like on paper, I would be curious to see the injury rate in strongman. I think it's pretty high. And there's so many ways where we can just make it lower. Like having you have 8 lanes, have 8 axles. Like have 8 extra axles. Because an axle would kill two birds with one stone at this nationals. You could use it for clean and press, you can use it for deadlift, right? Like that's smart that they had the same implement, like from a promoter standpoint. That's like a great idea. But like just have 8 more, have a warm-up room right behind that banner, that the lane you're lifting in, and then here, guys, there's 50 people in your class. Here's your implement to warm up on, you know. And I think that would help a lot.
Well, yeah, when it's nationals, I mean, it's different than like a local show where I mean, you're expecting a lot of people to be there. You should be prepared for it.
mhm.
I
And
mean, you'd
Pretty
think.
simple.
I mean, you'd
Yeah.
think.
And like I said, 100% speculatory. I don't know.
Yeah,
Like I don't know. These are posts I saw.
this is all hypothetical.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah,
like I
yeah.
said, we're not
We can't
jabbing
get in
anybody.
trouble.
We're just jabbing the whole thing at once. So
Yeah.
But yeah, and then sandbag drag, worst event I've ever seen in strongman. Like
you know
I
you know
don't.
what's funny about that sandbag thing? My buddy's like an Army Ranger or whatever, and they were using that sandbag ladder to like train, do their drills. And
Oh, really?
I was like, I know
Well,
like strongmen that are using this for freaking like training, and it was just funny have seen the different usage.
yeah. Well, like when you can grab it like a backwards drag and you can pinch it with like 2 fingers and just run as fast as you can backwards, it's too light. I'm sorry, it's just too light. Like the amount of classes, like I said, I consumed almost the entire show. And some classes were like moderately heavy where people were challenged, but like the amount of people that could just go like this, like literally like this on the front of the loose sandbag and just run as fast they could backwards was there was a lot of those people. And it was like that just kind of sucked. And also, I don't know when they changed it. Like I said, I've been signed up for the show for a while, but you were supposed to have to sprint 80 feet and then start, and they changed that as well. So you just started at the sandbag. So that change, that was an event change. Um, but yeah, I hated that event. I think it's a cool idea in theory, like the lever deadlift, like you were saying, Dante, but definitely didn't like that event. Um, and then front hold. Who would have guessed it's hard to judge front hold? Like I learned that running running shows. It's hard, man. It's hard. That's why I like that's why I like one lane judges because it's hard to judge a front hold. No, like shout out to all the judges and volunteers too from USS Nationals, and because dude, they got through over 500 people today. Like I'm sure they're probably a lot more sore than the competitors. Like that is a hard ass day. So props to those people that do the judging and the volunteering. I saw like if you guys saw like the front hold implement, like it was really cool. It was like a Texas coin because it was in Texas this year, obviously. And I was under the understanding, like when I was training for it, you were gonna have to like just palm it, and that was gonna be it. Like you weren't gonna be able to have your hands like in the logo that was like cut out and stuff. And then when the show started, it was like all bets are off for this front hold. Like, dude, people were having like their fingers like manipulated like through the like Texas like flag, and then like over here like through 2 more things, and they were like inside of the front hold and like fingers going through and stuff. So it's definitely a lot of different strategies to it that I don't know if it was allowed in the beginning or not, but like I mean if they're doing it for everyone, I'm fine with it, like it's weird event regardless.
I don't know. I feel like the front hold, the whole point of it is like to just hold it with like your arm straight out and like have to grip it the same way as everybody else. But
yeah,
I don't know.
No, different strokes for different folks. You know how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, it's so funny because like how much different nationals can be. Like this year was like crazy events. You had a lever deadlift, you had a sandbag backwards drag, you had a Texas front hold, and then you look at next year, they're just completely blue blood events. Yoke, circus, just a straight bar deadlift from the floor. Remember what the other two are? They're
wasn't sandbag to shoulder,
and
so that's on stones, maybe.
Yeah, stones. That's it. Stones. Yeah.
I mean, I'm guessing they got a decent amount of complaints from competitors not being able to train for the events properly.
Yeah, that was an awesome point. So Eric Olmstead was down at the gym today, and we were talking, and he said, I love USS Nationals 2024 because it's events that every single person can train if they train in a garage, a great gym, wherever they train, they can all train. And I think that was like a really good perspective because we forget, we're pretty spoiled 580. We've got AC when it's hot out, we've got freaking heat when it's cold out. We've got every implement, and implements we don't have, we get when we have them in a show or something. But like strongman should be for everybody. Like it's like when we were in a garage, right? Like we were doing stones in an alley, we were running a yoke in an alley, like, and we were just kind of piecing it together and making it happen as shows came along, right? So like, I mean, that's what strongman's about, and it should be for everyone. So I thought that was such an interesting point. I'm glad you said that, Rye, because it resonated with me today.
I mean, I feel like you can go, Rylie.
Okay, I was just gonna say it's a fine line between, especially for nationals, I feel like trying to innovate and like create new like fun events to do, and get back to like the basics of strongman. Like I feel like it's a hard thing to juggle when you're making these events because you want it to be like new and interesting, but also have everyone be able to train for it. Like it's hard to juggle that.
Yeah, it's that's a really good point too, because it's like strongman obviously has the opportunity to be like a really cool like spectator sport because it's unique. But everyone, it seems like now with like social media and just how easily you can host a strongman comp is like everyone's trying to like one up, like, oh, we're gonna pull an airplane. We're gonna pull like, well, like, yeah, so great point. And the only event we were wrong about, it's not just sandbag to shoulder, it's a sandbag to shoulder and then load as well. So it's like a carry, it's like a medley. But yeah, stone over bar, sandbag to shoulder carry, deadlift, yoke, and circus. Like OG events, dude. Like those are crazy. So that's cool. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if you guys, if I missed anything with USS Nationals. I don't want to come across as like that grumpy guy. Like I thought it was real. I thought it was a really, really good show. Honestly, like really, really good show. I watched the whole thing. I'm just not a fan of those two events. That doesn't mean like I don't. Who the hell am I? Like I don't get to say.
Like you said, you signed up for it knowing those events are not your favorite events, and you're still going to do it.
And like, dude, that's my opinion. Like people that did it may have been like, these events are awesome. Like I hate the events for next year. I may be weird. I'm a strongman competitor and that's it. I have no say in anything in strongman. I'm just saying my take. But the volunteers, the judges, like the live stream company, everyone, the people that sponsor it, good job. All the competitors, great job. Like it was really fun to watch. Like I said, the live stream like really exceeded my expectations. I thought, especially for free on YouTube, thought that was really, really cool. It was fun to watch all the competitors. But now we're on a battle at the bridge, boys. We're 3 weeks away from today, 20 days out from tomorrow when this pod releases.
That hit right here.
Yeah, I gotta, Rylie, you're judging.
Today actually was the anniversary of Battle at the Bridge.
Yeah, Battle at the Bridge
the day we're recording this. I had all my memories pop up. I'm
Battle
like,
at the Bridge is actually my anniversary, so that's funny you said that.
Yeah.
My wife's super happy about that. Thanks, Josh.
But
so Rylie's judging, you said?
What's that?
So Rylie's judging, you said?
Yeah, Rylie's one of the head judges.
Do you have the other head judges available to release information wise now, or are you still
we have I mean, Brian Benet will be there again.
Okay.
He'll be a head judge. Rylie, probably Zola. It's just gonna depend on who's where at what times. We probably have 5 or 6 judges that are available. So all of bridge will be 3 platforms at a time. So for competitors at Battle of the Bridge and Northeast Regionals, there'll be 3 platforms the whole day. 3. So everyone will max deadlift first, no matter if you're doing regionals or bridge. So let's talk about regionals first, I guess. So regionals, if the weather is good enough for outdoor lifting on day 1, everyone will max their deadlift. There'll be 3 platforms. Then you'll go outside and do a sandbag toss over bar, and then you'll do a frame carry downstairs. Okay, so that's how regionals.
Frames day 1.
Is it?
I'm asking you.
Well, you're the freaking. I'm running it. I know, but I thought it's posted on the thing. Isn't it posted on the event page?
I'll look real quick.
I got it. Don't worry.
Producer Josh, sorry about that.
Yeah, it's fine. It's Hercules hold. You're correct, Dante. So max deadlift, sandbag toss, then Hercules hold. Then you'll go home. And there's a chance you may Hercules hold, then sandbag toss, vice versa. But those are the 3 events for day 1. And then you'll have Viking press, stone to shoulder, and frame carry day 2. We'll probably just do them in order, since for regionals, we only have 3 events a day. It'll be a lot easier for us to just logistically do it. So we'll probably just have we'll have the 3 platforms for max deadlift, and then everyone warm up for sandbag toss, and then everyone do Hercules hold, kind of like right in a row. And then, it's kind of how we'll do it. But there is a world where guys start with sandbag toss, and then girls just get Hercules hold out of the way, and then, we go on to day 2. But for bridge, it'll be cool. Like we'll all max deadlift, and then we'll all so everyone max deadlift, and then whatever group you're in, you'll be in group 1, 2, or 3. You'll go to platform 1, platform 2, or platform 3, and then you'll cycle through those 3. So one class may do Viking press second, one class may do stone second, one class may do Hercules hold second, and you'll rotate around, and then everyone at bridge will end the night Saturday night with head-to-head bridge carry, and we will reseed for bridge carry only. So first and second in every class will be going head-to-head, for nationals bids, regionals bids, stuff like that. So
reseed only for the
it's only for Battle at the Bridge.
Okay.
Regionals will be reseeded for every event.
Okay.
Every single event. So max deadlift, going into sandbag toss, it'll be whatever place you're in, you'll go.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm really, really excited. It's gonna be a chaotic weekend of strongman. We're gonna be pretty much, I'll be there from Thursday to Sunday night, setting up, putting everything back. But really excited to see everyone. There's only like one more week to sign up. So next week is the last week to sign up. So get them in, because I got to get the shirts ordered and all the signage and goodie bags and everything like that. So sign up for Battle of the Bridge or regionals. And that's really all I had today. Do you guys have anything? Rylie, how's it feel? Felt good to be back on the pod?
Yeah, just had to get the jitters out, first couple of minutes, and then it was back to the basics,
Yeah, we're back. But
I thought Rylie did a phenomenal job.
I think so too.
Thanks, Dante.
I think the crowd, I think the fans, the OG fans, are gonna go wild at this one.
I know.
Yeah,
absolutely wild.
They wouldn't stop hitting me up on Instagram and stuff, begging me to come back. It was
I just told everyone you went.
I had to come back.
Yeah, I made up a lie and said you went to rehab. Just told everyone you went to rehab. But no, thanks for hopping in last minute, Rye. And yeah, that's it. Good job. Congratulations to Jerry. Congratulations to Tracy, your first Nationals 580 members. Congratulations to everyone that did USS Nationals. Thanks to all the judges, sponsors, everyone that makes it happen. Sign up for Battle of the Bridge. Sign up for Northeast Regionals. And buy horsepower, buy Grip Mountain. And we'll see you guys for episode 130. Thanks.
Peace.
Love you guys.
The